This is what we're all about. Mondays and Thursdays, live at 5 with the BBC. Let's go! I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black British Cyclist. Cycling Zwift in 2025. New playlist, new vibes, new targets to smash. Oh. Right. So as I was saying, this is the Zwift Big Spin. Stage 4, I'm trying as hard as I can to get the coveted BMX. Every route you do on the Zwift Big Spin, at the end of it you get to do the spin wheel. And on the spin wheel, you can win prizes. We love prizes, virtual or real. I've had the glasses, I've had the granny visor, I've won the cap, I also won some wheels. But now I just need the bike to go with it. I think there's a headset you can get as well. So we'll see at the end. Tim's suggesting that I'll do a sprint in order to catch up, but I'm not quite at the end of the pack. Position 1284. I'm only about 100 from the back. Should we talk about the screen? Talk about the Zwift screen. Right, top left, you can see the power that I'm putting out. There's a BMX in front. Quick, get a BMX. Currently doing 141 watts. RPM is below that, that's the rotation of my pedals. Heart rate, just turned it on, so it's going to be a little bit low while that normalizes, 103. And you can see my current watts per kilogram. In the middle, you have my speed, 29 kilometers per hour. The distance traveled so far, 4.6 kilometers. 7 meters of elevation done so far. And there's the elapsed time. And you can see how much of this route I have left to complete. 23 kilometers left to go. Go, go, go. Yeah, the ride is definitely jinxed. Should I just stop it and start again? Is that what it is? Then we go cut. And then restart the stream. Good job I'm not racing. Oh, and you know what as well? Even though I've done all of this testing on the weekend, I was like, this afternoon, I was like, should I do another sound check? I was like, no, I'm good. I've done all that I need to do. It is sorted. So thank you for everyone who's joined and watching. I hope the sound quality didn't put you off. I'm not going to talk about it for the whole ride. Maybe a couple more mentions as we get going. But hope you enjoyed the section explaining about getting started, selecting a robo pacer. I keep calling them pace partners. And we're just going to ride. Just enjoy what I always call my warm-up to the week. Back to the menu for today's chat. I will talk more about the Robo Pacers, what they are, how you can select them, and some tips for riding. Explaining the screen as we go through. We can talk about some of the Zwift environment, see all what's around us. And I'm going to give you some tips on riding. Either things that you need to get you through your Zwift ride, and also tips and techniques for cycling. And I guess a bad example right now, I'm doing a group ride, but I'm riding all on my Jack Jones. So I'm not really getting any of the benefits of the draft. I can see some riders ahead. So I'm going to up my effort just a little bit so I can catch them up. And we can talk about some ride tips. So if you look across to the right of the screen, just there, you can see the roll call of all the riders in this group ride. Mine's a blue highlighted one. I'm just about to get passed by 2 riders. You'll see them in front. And if you look, you can see how many seconds they are in front. So it gives you an idea as to what effort you need to put in order to catch up the group ahead of you. You can also see the power that they're putting out. So you know whether trying to catch him up is going to be successful or how much effort you need to catch him up. At the moment, I'm not really putting any effort in, so let's step it up. As I get closer, you will see an indicator which tells me that I'm back in the draft. Grab a wheel. Okay, I've left those guys. I'm going to go to the two in front. And as I get closer, I'm just going to ease off a bit. They are going a little bit slow for my pace, but just to demonstrate, I'm now with this group, enjoying the draft benefit. Guy in front has got the headphones. But I'm not going to stay with these guys because they're pedaling a little bit slow for me. I think today's ride is just going to be pretty much me riding at whatever pace feels good. You will see at the top of the screen I've got the little truck or the van icon. That is the draft power up, and you can use that when you're drafting. It's going to increase the draft effect, and it lasts for around about 30 seconds. No point using it here now because I'm not really drafting. I'm just riding through these lavender fields. How was your weekend, Tim? Did you do much riding, indoors or out? I'm hoping as I catch up a few more riders, there'll be some riders going at a stronger pace. I'm looking at the map at the moment, and the riders in front are less than 1 watt per kilogram, so they're not really what I'm looking to jump onto. Okay, so at the start, I also said I was going to talk about some of my plans for training through the rest of the year. So I've kind of mentally split the year into 4 quarters. Just completed the first quarter, which is like my refresh, get all warmed up, get the body prepared for doing some workouts and working harder until we get to the summer. And I'm using a lot of this time to build my fitness and my leg strength for when the weather changes and we'll be doing lots of outdoor cycling. No doubt we'll be hitting Box Hill again. Nudge, nudge, Tim. Let me know when you're ready for another trip down to Box Hill. So, April, May and June will be the last 3 months of the start of this year that I actually do indoor cycling. It gets way too hot in this room. So I do all my cycling through the summer outdoors, unless I do get an early morning or a late night and I might jump on. But it's just way too hot. So all the riding that I'm doing now is really preparing myself for the real world efforts of riding outside. I'm looking forward to taking out my gravel bike, the CGR, and of course my favourite bike, which is my Ribble Endurance. All carbon, carbon frame, carbon wheels. Everything carbon. And of course filming lots of video content. I'll also be doing some interviews with people while I'm out, talking about their ride experience, and I've also got a new mount for fitting on my Ribble CGR because it's got the aero handlebars. So they're flat, so the other Insta360 mount, it doesn't fit. So I'll be doing a video unboxing and a setup of the alternative Insta360 mount. And that's going to give me like lots of awesome footage. If you've watched any of my other videos, you can find them in the links. And you're wondering how I get such awesome shots, Insta360 mount is the way. So all that's coming, it is going to be an awesome 2025. Plenty of indoor cycling to do, plenty more Zwift events. Tim's probably going to convince me to do some races, and of course a ton of exploring outside IRL on the real bikes. All good. Whew, it's getting hot. 18.5 kilometers to go. What else am I doing training wise? So I enjoyed a nice weekend in the gym. Saturday and Sunday workouts, upper body, lower body, core, crunchies, bit of yoga, followed by some stretching and a bit of indulgence, steam sauna and hot tub. We're just trying to mix up all of the training that I do. It's not just about building strength. You need to build your conditioning, have a strong heart, eat well, sleep well, train well. I need to get some more endurance rides in, so I'll be planning to do some longer rides as we come into April. Some 2-hour rides, obviously mostly flat. I don't want to be doing hills for 2 hours. Base training, long endurance, build the foundations for you to build the other strength exercises on. Yeah, that's it. Got my sweet that I've not finished. Get some energy going. So a slight climb. This is probably the only climb of this ride. It's 3%, you can see from the map. Currently yellow, a couple of blue sections where it levels off a bit. And a steady climb to the end where it does actually turn orange. Would there be a bit of recovery once we get to that top peak and a chance of a power up? So I'm probably going to fire off this current power up that I've got when I get behind some other riders. If I get a chance, that is. Okay, so there's a bit of a downhill coming up. Some mini recovery. I'm going to keep pedaling now because I'm hoping to catch up some of those riders. So I'm not riding all on my Jack Jones. Getting closer. I can do it. I can get there. Come on. Push it. Push it. Right. First rider. I got there. Oh, come on, keep up, come on. Jump on, mate. Let's catch up that other group in front. I don't want to go too easy. What I'd like to, if possible, be riding with a group of riders that are going at the same pace I'm going at. Right, finally. Okay, here we are. So I'm with a bunch of riders, kind of. When I get to this group, I'm gonna fire off the draft, enjoy the benefit of this slight incline. So I'm backdrafting. Oh, I'm on a overshoot already. It's just not working. I think it's because I'm just too far back in the pack. The medium pace riders are way ahead. I'm with the stragglers. Okay, this is probably the group. Hopefully get to ride the last 15 kilometers with this group. Putson, Lechner and Luba. This might be it. This might be it. So after a pretty bad start, sound-wise, I'm back with you, cycling. The Zwift Big Spin on the Watopia Waistband. We are almost halfway through. Legs feel nice and fresh. Heart rate is at a very respectful 129 BPMs, which is nice and low. And while I'm on the subject of heart rate, it wasn't until last week that I confirmed that the last month of cycling, my heart rate was elevated by about between 10 and 20 BPMs higher than usual. I was suffering a little bit of a cold, maybe some slight flu, and you can really see it in your heart rate, the effort that you're putting out. So the heart rate's nicely relaxed, going at about 1.5, 1.6 watts per kilogram. Nice and easy for a zone 2, although some of it's zone 1, but mini climb. I'm gonna keep the effort up, try and catch a few more riders in front. 3%. Give a ride on to that dude. There's no one here. There's the slight gaps everywhere. I think I need to just accept that I'm probably not gonna catch up a big enough group. 10 seconds, 12 seconds for the next group. And I just don't really want to burn matches. Not on a warm-up zone 2 ride. I'll just stay where I am. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat about anything you see on the screen that you don't understand. I'm gonna do a few scene changes. So I'm riding the Zwift concept bike, also known as the Tron. You can't unlock this bike. Well, you unlock it, you can't buy this bike as an upgrade. You can only unlock it from selecting the right challenge and cycling 50,000 meters of elevation. Once you've done that, you can unlock the Zwift bike. You can customize the colors of the neon wheels. I'm currently rocking the two-tone colors. If you want to see how to set the Tron with the two-tone colors, I have a video. I will add the link after this live, just above. And it's just a fun bike. It's not the fastest bike in Zwift, it's still pretty fast. I like it as a good all-rounder. All terrains, whether I'm racing or just riding. But it's fun, and it's the first thing that I put the most amount of effort in order to unlock. Don't it look awesome? If you agree, like the video. If you disagree, tell me why in the comments. Look at that. It's awesome, and the harder you pedal, the more the lights light up. Fuck, it's getting hotter. It's 28. 28.5. Oh my God. Oh, it's cooking. So by the time this ride's finished, you'll be able to put a fork in me. I will be done, cooked in the wattage oven. Let's change the view back. Let's go to rear facing. Yeah, Watto's catching up. How you doing, dude? Bye, dude. Nice headphones. Nice blacks as well. So, Watopia is the main world in Zwift. It is always available whenever you log on. Watopia is one of the base worlds that is always available to ride. There are different routes within this world, from hilly routes to flat routes to routes that take you winding through the hills or through the outback desert flats. Other routes you can select. Bakuri Island was added around about 2 years ago, and that's a mixture of city roads with neon lights and tarmac roads through to castles and countrysides. There are also world replicas that you can also get, such as France, London, Yorkshire, and the worlds will rotate. If you go onto the Zwift main menu page, you have the calendar of all the different worlds and the days that they're running. But if you want to select a particular route and it's not available, there is a workaround, so you can still ride pretty much any world at any time. I will do a later video that shows you how to do that, but essentially you have to create a group ride event that you can join and then exit in the world you want to ride in. Whew. try and catch up these riders. I'll catch them on the downhill. We will be heading back down towards the beachfront. Ocean Boulevard ahead. To the left. Ooh. Mini climb, 5%, feel it in my legs. So when you want a turbo trainer, if it's direct drive, the Zwift app will adjust the resistance whenever the terrain changes. So it just went up to 5% to make the trainer more difficult, and as it's gone back to 0, it levels out again. As the road declines, you can see top right of the screen, it's now -1, -2. The resistance on the turbo trainer also adjusts, so it will feel easier. So I really am pedaling downhill. You'll see my speed start to increase. 38 kilometers per hour, and we're 17 kilometers in. Just over 10 kilometers left to go. Woo! Oh, this is easy. Easy Monday rides. Just gonna spin the legs a bit faster. You can see in the distance there's a volcano, it's erupting. I think we pass through the volcano on this ride, but we don't actually go all the way in it and to the top. But if you ever wanted to ride in a volcano, Zwift gives you the opportunity to do so. Decent effort actually if you're doing the volcano climb. I do it in around about 10 minutes. So it's a nice solid 10-minute slog with probably average gradients of somewhere between 6 and 8%, peaking at about 16 at some of the steepest places. But you do get to enjoy the downhill on the way down, and because it's a virtual volcano, you don't even get to breathe in the sulfur, and you're only as hot as the room you're cycling in. Oh, hence you need fans. 2 fans. Woo! Oh. So thank you for anyone who's just joined. I'm Ken Diss, the Black Cyclist. I ride Zwift 4 or 5 times a week, and I stream live on YouTube Mondays and Thursdays. Live at 5. You can sometimes get me here on a weekend, doing a weekend stream. If I'm not here, you will find me on Twitch, still riding Zwift, but it's a more interactive experience over on Twitch. There's a lot more things you can interact with in the stream other than chatting. You can do redeems. You can also change the bike that I'm riding. And I think it's more personal. There's more of a personal chat. I think the people on Twitch tend to tune in more frequently to catch up with their regular viewing. So I think I've hit all of the topics for today. I haven't really been able to give much demonstrations on the power ups because there's not been that many, to be fair, but we have had a chance to demonstrate drafting, how to get back onto the pack, how to read the log of riders to work out how far any of the riders are in front of you, so you can work out how much effort you need to put in order to catch them up. We've also looked at the robo pacers. They're the 24/7 riders, just a robot riding at a set pace 24/7 across different routes at different effort levels, and you can select that when you just want to ride in a group but not a specific event. And the longer you ride with the pace partner, the more bonus points you accumulate, and points make bike prizes. You use the drops. I've got just over 10.5 million. Middle of the screen, that's the 10,627,509. Numbers going up. And you use the drops to customize and buy bike upgrades, different bike frames, different wheels. In terms of customizing your avatar, that's your rider on the screen. You don't need drops for that, but you will unlock different types of kit, jerseys, socks, shoes, glasses, headwear, the more you ride. So the more you ride, the more things you can do in Zwift, whether that's more routes become unlocked, more bikes become available, different kits that you can upgrade to. But in terms of customizing your avatar, you can personalize that on the main menu. Just go to your garage or your garage. I will show you towards the end. There's not that much else to it. So we do a ride summary. So this is the Watopia's Waistband. It takes in most of the flat route, which is Tempest Fuji. So you start off heading through the desert sand highway, relatively flat, into some of the low hills of the Watopia. Slight climb, nothing too challenging, probably only up to 40 meters of elevation in the first half of the ride. A little mini flat section, slight downhill to get your breath back, stretch out the legs, and then we head towards the Volcano, of which I am entering right now for the last 7.5 kilometers. We do a couple of loops around this inside Volcano, out the other side, back towards the beach, and then the finish line. We actually finish back in the desert, and the finish is what we're looking forward to. I think today is going to be the day that you watch history made. Today I get the BMX on the spin wheel. I can feel it. I feel super lucky. I think I'm gonna get it. It's gonna happen on today's ride. Because of the same problems, the Zwift gods have been looking out, watching over. They don't like me getting too disappointed and too upset. So we're gonna win the Zwift BMX. When we do, I negative if we do, but when we do, we go into the garage and we see what we can customise on it. See what's customisable. Maybe do a sprint in it. See what happens from that. And we'll also have a chance to look at some of the other bikes in my garage or garage. So if you are a stronger rider or you're looking to build strength, then you probably want to ride mostly hills or more hills. And you can ride just hills on Zwift. Just to the left of me, just off the camera, there's the Zwift Ride Climb portal, which is just climb. So all of the rides on there, they rotate. There's a schedule that you can see on the Zwift main menu, and each time the portal is open, there's a different hill climb, and you can do it multiple times. And what I like about it is it doesn't matter how long each of those hill climbs are, it splits it up into 10 equal sections, so you know how much more you've got to go, and you also have a counter that tells you the effort that you're putting out. So it's good for building strength. All races are won on the hill climbs. It's not just a sprint at the end, it's the hills that make you strong. Ride hills if you want to get strong. Climb hills to unlock the Tron, and climb hills if you want to ride down a hill. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Does make sense. 6 kilometers left to go. I feel like I could actually do this again though, so maybe next Monday I'll ride a little bit harder. What do you reckon? I think I'm probably, actually, does it mean that I'm riding easier, or does it mean that I'm getting fitter and so the ride feels easier? I think it's the latter. Give this guy a ride on. Oh, already had one. So if you've liked what you've seen or what you've heard, apart from the bad mic, thanks Tim for sorting out the mic. But if you like what you see and what you hear, you can catch me here Mondays and Thursdays, live at 5. I also have a number of other videos talking about Zwift, cycling, bike maintenance, and product reviews. If you're a company who has a product that you'd like me to test, reach out. Contact details are in the description. You can also find me on Blue Sky. I don't use X anymore, but my contact details are still on there. And as long as it's something that I would genuinely use myself, or I find useful, or I believe that my viewers will also find useful, I'll be happy to check it out, give it an open and honest review. I think anything that makes my cycling more enjoyable, more engaging, yeah, I think you've got a pretty good chance of. That's something that I'll be interested in. If it's not relevant though, I mean, don't send me makeup. I don't wear makeup, apart from on weekends. Shh. That's my little secret. Keep it between us, yeah? Okay, so guess the power up. What's it gonna be? I'm gonna go for feather. Oh, XP. Okay, 250 points. I will take the points. Oh. Add that to my 10 million. I'm not really good at guessing these power ups anymore. My ratio has gone down so much. So we're into the last 5 kilometers. This has been a really light and easy ride. I'll recommend this as another one of those rides you can do that you know is going to take you around about an hour. So probably 45 to 50 minutes if you're like a average or slightly higher rider. Up to and over an hour if you're slightly newer to cycling. If you're definitely a category D, then you can expect to finish this ride in between 50 minutes and 1 hour and 15 minutes. You can take longer if you want. There really is no requirement to go all out. You can take it slow like John Legend, or you can sprint it like Pigcock. Anything that works for you. Oh, I love these tunes. This is the new playlist. Big shout out to Jeremy Black. One time. Yes, I'm back once again. Oh, I love a breakbeat. Like the funky drummer. Hear the drummer get wicked. Yes. Ah, so you have the right playlist and it just fills you with so much energy. We are riding Zwift all the way through 2025. Time to feel the vibe. I would say put your hands in the air, but you kind of need them on the steering wheel, on the handlebars, or you might fall off. Maybe I should make Thursday's ride a rave ride. Party on the bike. Let's get hype. Kenny Kent on the 122s. Come ride with the Zwifting dude. What do you reckon? Zwift party rave. And the drum beat goes like this. Hit it! Oh yeah! It really is just like the rave days. I'm loving this playlist. One, two in the place with the bass start rolling. Now you mic controlling. DJ ain't got no time to be holding until the pass blast. You're in the place with the hardcore bass like this. Get up, get into this. In the place now, feel real humble. On the dance floor, see y'all stumbling. Do my thing up in the place where the drum beat swings. Whoa! Yes! Oh, see, I've got the adrenaline buzz. See, if you ever find that your training gets a bit low and you're feeling uninspired, you just need to work harder. Get that heart rate pumping, adrenaline flowing. Make sure you've got an awesome playlist, some break beats, high tempo. Let yourself go. Have fun. If it's not fun, be done. Okay, so we're coming into the last 3 kilometers. This has been a very enjoyable ride for me. I haven't worked as hard as I should do, and that's probably why I've got as much energy as I have. But you know what? I have had fun. I am buzzing. Energy levels feel awesome. I'm not even tired. I feel like I could do this whole ride again. And that is a measure of an enjoyable ride and your fitness increasing to try and catch up some of these riders. BBC in the house. And make way for the BBC. So I've currently burnt just under 500 calories on this ride. At the end, if you want to guess how many calories you think I would have burnt, feel free to make your guess in the comments. We'll also have another chance of a guess to power up coming up. Give this dude a ride on. And of course we are spinning the Zwift wheel on the big spin. And we want the BMX. And you know what? When I win this BMX, I'm gonna do a race on the BMX. Just for the sheer fun of it. Bants, bikes, banter and cycling. Last 2K. All right, this is more like it. So chilled guitar vibes as we come into the last mile. Now, this is Zwift, the indoor cycling game. I ride 5 days a week, mostly indoors. This is my wattage cottage from where I stream. My bike, it's a Ridley Carbon, caliper brakes, nothing fancy. I got this on the cycle to work scheme. Sometimes it goes outside, but it pretty much lives on this turbo trainer. My turbo trainer is a Diretto Elite, or Elite Diretto. You can pick these up for about £600. It's known as a direct drive turbo trainer, so the back wheel of your bike detaches from your bike. The bike attaches to the turbo trainer, and as you pedal, the turbo trainer will translate that power data and the revolutions of your pedal into the Zwift app, which displays it on the screen. There's my avatar, pedaling away. Should I make him wave? Hey! And all of your metrics, like you'd have on your normal cockpit on your bike computer, are ahead on the screen, so you can see the speed, the distance travelled, total elevation, elapsed time. To make your cycling more enjoyable and comfortable, absolutely, you need to get a fan. Invest in a slightly bigger fan rather than just a normal desktop fan. I have two, a big fan at the front, another big fan at the side, just to really cool me down as much as I can. It is 29 degrees right now in my wattage cottage. The heat is building, so you need something to cool yourself down. A Zwift subscription will cost you $17.99 in the UK, $20.99 in the US. I think it's well worth it. It's less than 50 pence per day to ride in perfect conditions, anytime, anywhere. Here comes the last 400 meters. I'm not going to sprint, but I'm going to put the effort up a little bit. When we go for the line, we get another power up. I'm going to guess aero. But more importantly, we get the Zwift Big Spin wheel, and we might win the BMX. If we don't, I'll be back on Thursday anyway to try and get it. Come on, BMX. Give me a BMX. Okay, so this is the Zwift Big Spin 2025 Stage 4 draft. I've won a draft power up, but now let's see. Will I get the BMX on the big spin wheel? Come on. Okay. Cross those fingers. Come on. Where is it? It's a fail all round. No spin wheel again. Oh. Ah. All that effort and there's a... Okay, so I think Tim was right. This ride was definitely jinxed all the way from the start. This is the second ride now that I've done on the Zwift Big Spin, and it hasn't given me the spin wheel at the end. But it doesn't matter though, we've still had fun cycling. It's been enjoyable. I feel like I've got loads of energy. I'm going to enjoy another 10 minutes just spinning the legs and cooling down, followed by a nice soak in a hot bath and some yoga before bed. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining. You can catch me here again on Thursday and around about the same time, live at 5, cycling with the BBC. Thanks for watching. Rubbed from the Zwift spin wheel. Anyway, thanks guys, it's been a pleasure.